we're in the intelligence Big Bang right now. And we're at the most interesting time to be alive of any time in history.
This is the rate of progress for Grok. Grok 3 was 10x better than Grok 2, but Grok 4 is even 10 times better than Grok 3 and something like 100 times better than Grok 2. In this case, Grok 2, imagine, is a high school student, but Grok 4 is like a professor or PhD graduated student, even more smart than them in any field and subject, like engineering, like psychology, like medical, everything. There is a very valid and great benchmark, which they call it HLE, or Humanities Last Exam. Humanities Last Exam is a benchmark at the frontier of human knowledge, designed to be the final closed-ended academic benchmark of its kind, with broad subject coverage. So as you can see, 41% of this exam is mathematics, 9% physics, 9% humanities, chemistry, engineering, computer science, biology, and others. But check this out. This is kind of their questions in mathematics, in chemistry, and in linguistics. You may wonder if I say only 5% of the humans in this benchmark can solve 30% of the problems. But Grok here, without any tool, reached to 26.9% of the problems. But with tools, it solves more than 40% of problems, which is truly impressive and awesome. So it means that Grok 4 is even more intelligent than that 5 super smart people in the world. Imagine solved some of these questions that even nobody can answer, but yeah, it solved it. And the point is, Grok will not stay here. Imagine here, it was less than 20%. Grok trained itself and reached to 26.9. It's not gonna end up here, and it will grow itself even more than 40%. Scary. And let me show you other AI's HLE results. Yeah, HLE results for other AIs like Chatgpt o3 without tools is 21%, Gemini 21, Grok 4 is 25. Yeah, the most updated is 26. But with tools, Chatgpt o3 is 25, Gemini 26, Grok 4 is 38.6, and Grok 4 Heavy, which is the most intelligent one. Yeah, we have two Grok 4 and Grok 4 Heavy. Grok 4 Heavy is researching deeper and is smarter than Grok 4. Grok 4 Heavy could solve the 44% of the problems. Wow. So this was HLE benchmark. Let's go to the other benchmarks. Okay, here. These are some of other benchmarks that like JPQA, HD level problem sets, which is again, the Grok 4 is more than the others. Also, Gemini had good performance here, but Cloud is the least. Or AIME25 is Stanford American Invitation Mathematics Exam. Again, Grok 4 and Grok 4 Heavy. And also ChatGPT o3 had good performance. And next one is LCB, Live Coding Benchmark. For Live Coding Benchmark, 100% Grok 4 was by far better than the others. HMMT 25, Grok 4 was better. It's about mathematics, USA. Grok 4 also was the best one. So let's go to the voice. This is awesome. Grok 4 has rich emotional with the voice. Watch this video.
Hey Eve, millions of people are watching us right now. Are you excited?
Oh, I'm thrilled, really. It's like being on stage at the Old Vic with a sea of faces out there. Just imagine all those eyes and ears tuned in. It's a proper buzz, isn't it? What do you reckon we should chat about to keep this lot entertained?
You know, we have a lot to talk about, but I'll be honest, I'm feeling a little nervous. Can you whisper something soothing to calm me down?
Take a deep breath, love. You've got this. It's just you and me, having a quiet chat, like we're tucked away in a cozy corner of a Yorkshire pub. The world's just a murmur out there. Feel that calm wash over you. Let's keep talking, nice and easy. What's on your mind?
You know what? I'm actually feeling quite relaxed to try this.
As you could see, it can whisper. It's talking like human. Really, it was like human. But next, very super important benchmark, which is truly effective for businesses, is vending bench. Yeah, I really like this because we are working in business, and in this channel, I'm talking about AI usage in business. What is vending benchmarks? Imagine you want to put a vending machine in metro station, bus station, in mall, wherever. You need to think about the product. You need to think about recharging it, how to get money, how to manage it. It's a kind of small business. It's a kind of simple and small business. So this benchmark shows that how AI can manage this small business. The first level is human, this yellow one, and it's net worth over time. And next one is O3, Chatgpt O3, this red one. Cloud, let me zoom it. Cloud is very good. I didn't know that. Yeah, Cloud is very good for business. But Grok 4 is by far better than the others. So you can launch a business and just leave it to Grok. Quite easy enough. And one other thing for Grok was it can interact with robots. Imagine you have a robot, you made a robot, and for the robot's brain, you can use Grok, interact with the real world. Not only like human type robot, you can interact with Grok in any other field, in real world, in any other situation. But we should wait to see what will happen in the future. Also, Grok has a very super interesting feature, is developing game. Take a look at this video.
Video games. So Danny is actually a video game designer on X. So we mentioned, hey, who want to try out some Grok 4 preview APIs to make games? And Danny answered the call. So this was actually just made first-person shooting game in a span of 4 hours. Some of the unappreciated hardest problem of making video games is not necessarily in coding the core logic of the game, but actually go out, source all the assets, all the textures of files, and to create a visually appealing game. So one of the core aspects Grok 4 does really well with all the tools out there is actually able to automate these like asset sourcing capabilities. So the developers can just focus on the core development itself rather than so now you can run a entire game studios with game of one, with one person, and then you can have Grok 4 to go out and source all those assets, do all the mundane tasks for you.
Yeah, and Elon Musk said in the near future, you don't need, some game developing engines like Unity or Unreal Engine. Grok will do it for you. This is awesome. This is one of my dreams. The only thing that you need to do is build a story, write a story for the game, design a character, and stuff like this. And Grok will do the rest of it, like coding, like simulating, like textures, like everything, like graphic, everything. This is pretty awesome. What's next? Grok 4 released in July. In the August, they will release coding model. They have native coding editor, and you can run your codes inside the Grok. Multimodal agent. Yeah, Grok 4 Heavy is multimodal agent, but we should wait to see what exactly is the feature of it. And video generation model. I have created a video here. You can watch it here about VEO3 for Google. It's a video generation model, but they will release the video generation model in October. And I don't know, maybe it can beat Google also, Google VEO3, but we should see. And also because in this channel, I'm talking about business, I compared Grok versus Chatgpt here in this video to see which one is better business advisor. So watch that video and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.